Angel got exactly what was coming to her, sued by the Chicago Sky after getting caught using steroids. She didn't just betray her team. She disgraced the entire league with her desperate illegal attempts to boost her performance. But guess what? It didn't even work. Her stats are still a joke. Even with the dirty tricks and her coach Teresa Weatherspoon allegedly in on a scandal, Reese failed miserably. How can someone be so pathetic and rotten at the same time? The addiction is real. The addiction to attention is real. Her jealousy toward Caitlyn Clark is obvious, but it's her greed and desperation that ultimately destroyed her career. Now the Chicago Sky is getting dragged through the mud, facing severe criticism, all because of one rotten apple, and that's Reese. Angel, you've got no one to blame but yourself, and trust me, the consequences are just getting started. Angel Reese said she'll play the villain role. Kennedy Carter certainly embraces that as well. Jet, right after we're discussing Angel Reese and the villain in the storyline and the plot that brings eyeballs to the product of Caitlyn Clark on tour across the WNBA. She's ejected for the first time in her WNBA career. Angel Reese's career is circling the drain faster than anyone could have imagined. And honestly, she's got no one to blame but herself. Let's break down this disaster in its full humiliating glory. First off, the meltdown. Angel Reese's reaction was full on sobbing about how Coach Teresa Weatherspoon was her guiding light. Oh, really, Angel? If Weatherspoon was that important to you, why are you now throwing her under the bus? It's almost laughable. 1 minute, she's your mentor. The next, she's allegedly part of your little steroid scandal. Get your story straight. But let's not sugarcoat what Reese got caught doing. This isn't some light mistake. She wasn't caught with an extra protein shake in her bag. No, she was juiced up on EPO and anabolic steroids. We're talking about stuff that seriously boosts red blood cells and endurance, and bulks you up like a bodybuilder on a deadline. This isn't a trip to GNC for vitamins. This is cheating, plain and simple. And Reese, she's right at the center of it, front and center for all the wrong reasons. And Angel Reese is stirring this up. So while she doesn't, Angel Reese always comes off as the victim. The backlash. Oh, it's been deliciously brutal. Fans, the media, everyone is questioning whether Angel Reese ever had any real talent. Was she ever good, or has it all been a chemically enhanced sham from the start? Her career is now as shattered as her jump shot, which, let's be honest, wasn't exactly stellar to begin with. And the Chicago Sky, they didn't hesitate to suspend her the moment the steroid news hit. It's like throwing gasoline on an already raging fire. She got terminated today from the Chicago Sky. The whole team was struggling, but now the locker room is a dumpster fire. And guess what? It's not just Reese's fault. She's out here blaming Teresa Weatherspoon, the coach who she claimed meant so much to her. Some people are even saying Weatherspoon might have pushed her to use the steroids because the team's performance was that bad. But come on, Reese made this bed and now she's lying in it face down. Reese didn't just dabble in a little extra help. She dove headfirst into the deep end of banned substances, going all out with EPO and anabolic steroids. In the WNBA, these aren't just frowned upon. They're straight up banned. Her career is now nosediving. And for months, rumors swirled about her juicing. Then the bomb dropped positive test results. The fallout was immediate, suspended, roasted by fans, and now facing the harshest truth any athlete can face. Her career might be over, not because of a sprained ankle or torn ACL, but because she couldn't handle the competition cleanly. But there's nothing about her game that's really interesting. That is going to translate to people who may not watch the WNBA. Speaking of competition, let's talk about Caitlyn Clark. Oh, you know, the player who doesn't need steroids to light up the scoreboard. While Reese was out there dragging in 11.5 points and a sad 9.2 rebounds, most of which were her own missed shots. Clark was dominating with 20 points per game and breaking assist records. LDNBA has been around a couple of decades and people didn't notice the game. They're noticing it now. Well, that's because of Caitlyn Clark, not Angel Reese. Reese was practically a snail next to Clark. The pressure of watching Clark soar must have been crushing for Reese. And what did she do with that pressure? She made the absolute worst choice possible. She turned to steroids.